Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I decided I was going to tell you guys about my awful Disney World attraction experiences. I have two that I can think of off the top of my head. I needed something to film, and because I'm going to Disney World soon, I figured this would be a cool video. Some things that I'm hoping don't happen to me next time I go to Disney World, and also things I'm glad that I know for next time I go to Disney World. So without further ado, let's get started. So let me start with the one that happened first. The most traumatic for me, or should I do that last? I'm gonna do it first. So we were in Magic Kingdom, beloved Magic Kingdom. And now, some of you might already know I have a love-hate relationship with Space Mountain. Sorry. And some of you might know why. And if you don't know why, get a snack. This is my first time ever riding Space Mountain because I was too little last time I went. Scared out of my mind. Gonna put that out there. It was our first Disney roller coaster we've ever been on because we didn't really go on any like roller coasters per se when we were there when we were little. So, okay, so we have fast passes for this ride because we hear it's amazing, we hear it's great, we hear we have to try it. And this is 2 years ago, by the way. Keep that in mind. We get up to the line because it's time for our fast pass to start. I'm pretty sure we nearly missed it. We scan our things because we didn't have Magic Bands at the time. We had little cards. So we scan our cards. We specifically ask, do we need these again? And the cast member says, no. Alright, so at this point we've just been in Magic Kingdom for like less than an hour, so we didn't know that there was like little sacks in the ride that you can put your loose belongings in, which now I know, so I can take pictures on rides before they start and then put my phone in there, like, good to know. We didn't know that was there. We didn't know that was a thing. So we gave our cards to our grandma because, like I said, the cast member said no. We took our glasses off, which if you know my sister and I in real life, or if I've just talked to you in general, you know that we are literally the most blind human beings in the world without our glasses. So if you've ever been on Space Mountain, to the best of my memory, I'll try and post pictures if I can find them. When you're walking onto Space Mountain, there's like a long hallway, it's kind of dark, and you have to do all these different things and whatnot. Like, not do these things, but like pass these things. I don't know, that's just kind of a Disney thing. A Disney courtesy, if you will. You just have to go through. And so it's pretty dark, we can't see, we don't know what we're doing because we've never been on this ride before, so we're huddling near people, asking people around us what we're supposed to be doing, where we're supposed to be going, squinting, going like this, trying to see what we're doing, trying to figure out where we are and make sure we're going to the right place. And there's hardly any people around. We're like, this is crazy, why do we need to get a fast pass for this? But then we get up into where there's like people and where like the metal poles for the lines start. And there's a cast member standing there that says, fast passes, please. And we're like, what? And he's like, fast passes, please. And we're like,
but the cast member down there told us we didn't need them.
You're gonna have to go and get them.
And we're like,
alright, whatever.
So he lets us off and goes,
this way, that way.
What?
We're like,
wait, what did he say?
And then he's like,
follow the green line.
Green line runs both ways, I'm pretty positive. It might not, but I'm pretty positive it runs both ways. And we're like, where do we go? So we're following this green line, like this close to the wall. Literally, I kid you not. Trying to see this green line and follow it. So we're following it, and we're like, oh, this is not too bad. Okay, we can see. And then we walk out. The green line ends. And we're in the gift shop that is at the end of Space Mountain. There are probably over 100 people in this place, and we can't see a darn thing. Because remember, we took our glasses off. We cannot see a darn thing. Our grandma thinks we're still on the ride, so she's probably not even in there yet. We can't see which exit to go out. We can't see who's a cast member and who's not to ask someone. We can't see our grandmother. So how are we supposed to see in this huge sea of people? How are we supposed to see our grandmother or find someone who can help us find our grandmother if we cannot see? So we're literally just standing there going,
are we lost in Disney World?
Like, okay, we're just standing there. Like, what do we do? So we start walking, and we're literally like holding each other, shaking, like we cannot see a darn thing. And I'm not even lying to you. We were like, all right, we're walking slowly and looking and trying to look at faces and trying to look at like shapes of people and colors of hair, because we can see like splotches of colors and like shapes, but we can't like make out a person. And we're looking, and eventually my grandma walks up to us after, I kid you not, like 10 minutes. And we were like,
Oh my god, thank you, we found you.
and she's like, that was fast. And we're like, yeah, we know, we didn't even ride the ride. That's not where the horrible experience ends. We're like,
We need our fast pass card, so we gotta go up there again.
but can we have our glasses? Because we can't see. So we put our glasses back on, and I get like really bad migraines and headaches when I don't have my glasses on, so wasn't that great. But anyway, so we put our glasses back on, we walked back over and tried to use them again. Declined. Declined. Oh, okay. So we explained to them what happened, and they're like, well, there's nothing you can do. You need to go to the Fast Pass booth. All right. So we walk all the way back to the Fast Pass thing. We're talking to them. After like 15 minutes of miscommunication and trying to figure it out, we finally get our Fast Passes back. And it was kind of, my grandma was kind of getting to the point where we were like, we're all kind of upset. Like, they were kind of giving us a hard time about it. And like, guys, we did not just ride this freaking ride. You can even go ask. So finally we get our Fast Passes and we go. We give my grandmother our glasses again, go on this ride. I didn't even end up liking it. All of that work, and I didn't even end up liking it. I'm gonna give it another try when we go though, just because you never know, I might like it. Maybe with a less traumatic experience, I'll like it. Who knows? But I did not like it. I could not see. I had a headache. I was already stressed and worn out from it being hot and from the little experience that we had just had. I have anxiety, so I think ahead, and I try to think ahead, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, okay, where are we gonna go? We didn't come up with a meeting place. How are we gonna find our grandmother? We still can't see. Da-da-da-da-da. What if something happens? And I was just freaking out. So I'm freaking out at this point. And I ride this ride. It's dark. I can't see. Have a headache. Freaking out. And I'm not the biggest fan of roller coasters. It depends. I like roller coasters, I guess, but it depends on the roller coaster. Like, sometimes it's just really a hit or miss for me. It was a miss. And I'm literally sitting there, probably, I was like on the verge of tears. My sister's I was sitting there going, never again. And my sister's in the front going, again, because like, you know how it's like the 2 seats? My sister was in front of me or whatever. So, or 2 or 3 seats, I don't know. But my sister was in front of me and I was behind her. And she's sitting there screaming again. And I'm sitting here like crying, like, no. So, yeah, and this was 2 years ago. I was 14 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and I cried on Space Mountain. I'm gonna give it another try, and I'm actually gonna try and buy like one of the glasses straps this time so that I can, and like tie it tight so I can wear my glasses on rides and experience, like fast rides anyway, and experience what they're like, just so maybe I won't be as afraid of them. And I'm gonna give it another shot because people really seem to like it. And I had a dramatic experience, so I think maybe I'll like it now. But roller coasters are really just a hit or miss for me. The next story is one of those rides I thought I was gonna not like, but I liked, which doesn't make any sense because I didn't like Space Mountain, but I liked Rock and Roller Coaster. Rock and Roller Coaster. We get on the ride, yada yada yada. It was a great ride, loved it. We're getting off. And this experience probably won't sound as traumatic to some of you, but to me it's a big deal. Whatever. So the ride comes to a stop, and we're sitting there in our seats, and it says to get up. I go to lift my bar, my safety bar that comes around because the ride goes upside down, so it's on your shoulders. Doesn't move. I start to panic. My sister's on the left side of me. She gets up and gets off the ride, thinking that I'm just waiting for her to go. Everyone gets off the ride, and I'm sitting here going, I can't move it. And I start to panic because, like I said earlier, have anxiety, think ahead. I panic instead of just, all right, just calmly ask someone to get a cast member. No, I start going, help me, Macy, help me. I can't do it. And I'm like, I can't breathe at this point. Like, I'm starting to like sweat, and I'm like freaking out. It was only a matter of like a couple of minutes, like 2 minutes, that I was like stuck. And so I'm literally going, can someone help me? Like, all these grown men around me. I'm like, can someone help me get this off? Like, I'm freaking out, literally going like that, probably making this situation worse, and it was making me look stupid. I'm like about to cry because I'm about to be stuck on this ride, and I didn't want the ride to take off without me. And so my sister starts freaking out then because I'm freaking out, and she is talking to these other people around us, trying to get them to get attention of a cast member. And so they all wave down a cast member, and the cast member just goes to signal for me to push down and then pull up. She doesn't even say anything. It might have been a he, I don't remember, but they didn't even say anything. They just had a straight face and went. And I was like, what? And then the people around me were like, push down and pull up. And they were like really helpful and really sweet. They weren't even cast members, so it wasn't even their job. Whatever. And so I push down and I pull up and I'm free, and I'm like, oh my god, and I jump off the ride. I was so nervous. And like, even looking back on that, I'm like, ooh, sketchy about that ride. It was a really fun ride and I really, really loved it. But man, I just get myself freaked out about that kind of stuff. And I think that's the only traumatic experiences I can think of. But yeah, and I needed a video to film. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. In the comments down below, tell me your traumatic experiences on rides. Disney World or not Disney World, or just traumatic Disney World experiences in general. I would like to hear them. I mean, I really hope you don't have any traumatic experiences. And everybody has different definitions of traumatic, so don't sit there and be like, those aren't even bad, that is clickbait, because it's not. Because to me, they were earth-shattering. Now it's kind of funny, but at the time, they weren't that funny, especially in the most magical place on earth. I did not want to ruin my trip over something like that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
It looks like it's in the cone of shame, but then you're like, oh, there's no head.